Have you heard that consuming certain types of nuts could raise your heart disease risk by a staggering 48%, particularly if you're in your golden years? This isn't just speculation. It's backed by extensive research published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology. The concerning reality is that while many seniors believe they're making nutritious choices, several common nuts lurking in pantries nationwide can actually elevate blood pressure, promote inflammation, contribute to arterial blockage, and potentially worsen memory problems. Later in this video, we'll unveil one specific nut linked to concerning levels of a harmful substance that builds up in your system over time, potentially causing damage to vital organs, including your liver, kidneys, and brain when eaten regularly. Ironically, this same nut is frequently touted as ideal for low-carb eating plans, yet could be silently harming aging bodies. And it might be sitting in your snack collection right now. Fortunately, we've created this comprehensive guide breaking down everything you need to know, from the most beneficial, heart-supportive, cognition-enhancing nuts you should incorporate more frequently to those you should start limiting immediately. Stay with us until the conclusion, because the number one nut on our caution list harbors a rarely discussed danger that could be significantly impacting your well-being without your knowledge. Before we get started, we'd love to know where you're tuning in from. Share your location in the comments section below, and remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more health insights like these. Now, let's explore the 4 most beneficial nuts for seniors' health. Top 4 nuts beneficial for seniors. Number 4. Almonds. Nature's bone defender. Almonds stand as one of the most complete nutritional packages for aging bodies, particularly due to their impressive calcium and vitamin E content that work together to support bone density maintenance. With age comes increased bone porosity and fragility, making fall-related injuries increasingly hazardous. A modest quarter-cup serving of almonds provides approximately 97 milligrams of calcium, helping counter the accelerated bone density loss that typically begins after 65. What truly distinguishes almonds is not just their calcium content, but how it's paired with magnesium, a mineral many older adults lack. This magnesium essentially functions as a delivery system, ensuring calcium reaches your skeletal structure rather than accumulating in arteries where it can cause complications. The healthy monounsaturated fats in almonds also contribute to cardiovascular health by helping manage LDL cholesterol levels, increasingly crucial as heart-related risks naturally rise with age. For optimal benefits, I suggest consuming 15 to 20 almonds daily, preferably in their natural state or lightly dry roasted without salt additives. The approximately 3.5 grams of fiber per serving also addresses constipation, a common challenge affecting nearly 40% of the senior population. Research conducted at Tufts University reveals that almonds' unique antioxidant profile helps shield brain cells from oxidative damage, potentially slowing age-related cognitive changes that many find concerning. When shopping, select almonds with skins intact, as these contain flavonoids that, when combined with vitamin E, double the antioxidant benefits. Just remember to chew thoroughly, as almonds can present choking concerns for those with swallowing difficulties. Number 3. Walnuts, the cognitive enhancer. Walnuts may be the ultimate brain-supporting food for seniors, and it's perhaps no coincidence that their appearance resembles the very organ they benefit. These remarkable nuts contain the highest concentration of alpha-linolenic acid among common nuts, a plant-derived omega-3 fatty acid. This nutrient is particularly valuable for aging brains because omega-3s maintain the structural integrity of neural cell membranes and support neurotransmitter function. A landmark study in the Journal of Nutrition demonstrated that seniors consuming just 1.5 ounces of walnuts daily for 2 months experienced notable improvements in cognitive processing speed and mental adaptability. The distinctive polyphenolic compounds in walnuts can cross the blood-brain barrier, directly combating inflammation in neural tissues and potentially slowing the progression of conditions like Alzheimer's and dementia. A lesser-known benefit is that walnuts naturally contain melatonin, which tends to decrease with age and contributes to the sleep disruptions many seniors experience. Incorporating a small handful of walnuts into your evening routine may help regulate your sleep-wake patterns more effectively. Walnuts also deliver impressive cardiovascular benefits through their combination of arginine, an amino acid that enhances blood vessel function, and polyphenols that reduce oxidative stress. For seniors taking blood pressure medications, walnuts can complement these treatments by supporting arterial elasticity. To preserve their nutritional integrity, store walnuts in the refrigerator to prevent their delicate oils from degrading, and aim for about 7 to 9 walnut halves daily. Consider cracking them yourself when possible, as this activity provides gentle hand exercise that maintains dexterity. Don't be deterred by their slight bitterness. This is actually indicative of their powerful protective compounds. Number 2. Pistachios, the blood pressure ally. Pistachios may be the most undervalued nut for senior health, particularly for maintaining healthy blood pressure. What distinguishes pistachios is their exceptional potassium-to-sodium ratio, delivering approximately 285 milligrams of potassium per serving while remaining naturally low in sodium. This mineral balance is especially important for seniors, as it helps counteract the sodium-retaining tendencies that develop in aging kidneys. Regular consumption can potentially reduce systolic blood pressure by 3 to 5 points, comparable to certain medications, but without unwanted side effects. The lutein and zeaxanthin in pistachios deserve special attention, as these carotenoids specifically target the macula of the eye, helping protect against age-related macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision impairment in adults over 60. Unlike harder nuts that might challenge aging teeth, pistachios offer a satisfying crunch while remaining gentler on dental work and sensitive gums. Their distinctive green and purple coloration isn't merely aesthetic. These hues signal the presence of antioxidants that help neutralize free radicals throughout the body. Pistachios also offer a practical advantage perfectly suited for seniors. The act of shelling them naturally slows consumption, preventing overindulgence while providing a mindful eating experience that's both meditative and cognitively stimulating. Research published in the International Journal of Obesity found that the visible empty shells serve as a consumption cue, helping seniors better manage portion control. For those with arthritic hands, look for partially open pistachios for easier access while still enjoying the benefits of the shelling process. Aim for approximately 49 pistachios daily, preferably unsalted or minimally salted. The 3 grains of fiber per ounce also helps stabilize blood sugar levels, particularly important for the quarter of Americans over 65 living with diabetes or prediabetes. Number 1. Brazil nuts, the thyroid supporter. Brazil nuts earn our top recommendation because they address a critical yet frequently overlooked aspect of senior health: thyroid function. These exceptional nuts are the richest known dietary source of selenium, with just one nut providing 96 micrograms, 137% of daily requirements. This is particularly significant because thyroid disorders affect up to 20% of people over 65, with many cases going undiagnosed, as symptoms are often mistakenly attributed to normal aging. The selenium in Brazil nuts is essential for converting thyroid hormone into its active form, directly supporting energy production, metabolic function, and mood regulation. Beyond thyroid benefits, Brazil nuts contain specialized fatty acids that help maintain myelin, the protective sheathing around nerve cells that tends to deteriorate with age. Preserving this myelin may help seniors maintain better coordination, reaction time, and cognitive processing. What's fascinating about Brazil nuts is that they provide selenium in an organically bound form that's more bioavailable than synthetic supplements, allowing for more efficient utilization by your body. Their rich, creamy texture makes them satisfying even in small amounts, important since their potency means minimal consumption yields maximum benefits. In fact, I recommend limiting intake to just 1 to 2 Brazil nuts daily, as excessive selenium can actually be counterproductive. When selecting Brazil nuts, choose those still in their shells when possible, as this natural packaging helps preserve their delicate nutrients. Store them refrigerated to prevent their high-fat content from oxidizing. For seniors struggling with constipation, Brazil nuts provide additional benefits through their combination of fiber and natural oils that support digestive regularity. Their naturally sweet, buttery flavor makes them an excellent replacement for less nutritious comfort snacks. Particularly promising is emerging research suggesting that specific antioxidants in Brazil nuts may help protect telomeres, the protective caps on chromosomes that typically shorten with age, potentially influencing cellular aging processes. Those were the top nuts seniors should include in their diet. Now let's discuss the varieties that older adults might want to limit or approach with caution. 4 nuts seniors should limit or avoid. Number 4. Peanuts, the inflammation promoter. Despite their popularity, peanuts present several concerns that make them problematic for many seniors. First, it's worth noting that peanuts aren't true nuts, but legumes that grow underground, making them especially susceptible to mold and aflatoxins, naturally occurring toxins produced by certain fungi that can damage liver function and increase cancer risk with regular consumption. This risk intensifies with age as the body's detoxification mechanisms naturally become less efficient. Particularly concerning for seniors is that peanuts contain proteins that can trigger inflammatory responses in many individuals, even without a diagnosed allergy. This low-grade inflammation can worsen joint discomfort, increase cardiovascular stress, and potentially accelerate cognitive decline. 3 areas already vulnerable in aging adults. The high omega-6 fatty acid content in peanuts compounds this issue, as most Americans already consume excessive omega-6 relative to anti-inflammatory omega-3s. For seniors taking blood thinners like warfarin, the vitamin K in peanuts can interfere with medication effectiveness, a dangerous interaction many healthcare providers fail to mention. Commercial peanut butter products often exacerbate these concerns by incorporating hydrogenated oils, excess sodium, and added sugars that further burden aging cardiovascular systems. Even natural varieties typically contain added salt that can elevate blood pressure, already a concern for the 63% of American seniors with hypertension. Storage issues create additional problems, as improperly stored peanuts develop rancidity that generates harmful free radicals. The standard dry roasting process used for most commercial peanuts creates acrylamide, a compound research suggests may accelerate cognitive decline, particularly concerning for those already experiencing memory changes. If you've been enjoying peanuts without noticeable issues, even replacing them with our recommended alternatives for just 3 days weekly can begin providing superior nutritional benefits while reducing exposure to these problematic compounds. Number 3. Cashews, the hidden glucose disruptor. Cashews present unique concerns for seniors due to their surprisingly high carbohydrate content and glycemic impact. Unlike true tree nuts, cashews contain significantly more carbohydrates, approximately 9 grams per ounce, and fewer protective fiber compounds. This creates a blood sugar response that can be problematic for the estimated 25% of adults over 65 with diabetes and the additional 48% with prediabetes. What makes this particularly troubling is cashews' health halo effect, leading many seniors to consume them liberally without realizing they might be destabilizing glucose levels. Their curved, smooth shape also makes cashews among the most commonly aspirated nuts, presenting a choking hazard, particularly for those with swallowing difficulties. Nutritionally, cashews contain elevated levels of oxalates, compounds that bind to calcium during digestion, reducing absorption, a significant consideration for seniors already at risk for bone density loss. These same oxalates may increase kidney stone formation risk in susceptible individuals, with likelihood rising substantially after age 60. The processing required for cashews presents another hidden issue. Cashews must undergo extensive processing to remove urushiol, the same toxic compound found in poison ivy, and this typically involves high heat that compromises their nutritional profile. Commercial varieties are frequently oil-roasted and heavily salted, adding unhealthy fats and sodium that can elevate blood pressure and increase cardiovascular strain. Less recognized is that cashews contain enzyme inhibitors that can interfere with protein digestion, particularly problematic for seniors who often already experience reduced digestive efficiency and protein absorption. The creamy texture that makes cashews so appealing also makes them easier to overconsume, potentially contributing to weight management challenges during a life stage when maintaining healthy weight becomes increasingly difficult. If cashews are a regular part of your diet, consider gradually replacing them with walnuts or almonds, which offer superior nutritional profiles with fewer age-specific concerns. Number 2. Macadamia nuts. The caloric challenge. Macadamia nuts, while undeniably delicious, represent one of the more problematic options for seniors, primarily due to their extraordinary caloric density. At approximately 200 calories per ounce, they're the highest calorie nut available, particularly concerning as metabolic rates naturally decline with age, making weight management increasingly challenging for older adults. Their extremely high fat content, about 22 grams per ounce, places additional demands on gallbladder function, which typically becomes less efficient with age. For the estimated 15% of seniors with asymptomatic gallstones, macadamias can trigger painful episodes that might otherwise remain dormant. Beyond their caloric impact, macadamias contain one of the highest proportions of saturated fat among nuts, around 3 grams per ounce, contributing to elevated LDL cholesterol levels, already a concern for many seniors. Their exceptional hardness and density also present significant dental risks for seniors with crowns, bridges, or weakened teeth, a common issue after 65 when years of wear and reduced calcium absorption can compromise dental integrity. From a practical perspective, macadamias rank among the most expensive nuts, potentially leading budget-conscious seniors to purchase lower-quality versions that may be rancid or improperly stored, increasing exposure to harmful oxidized fats. Commercial varieties are often heavily salted and oil-roasted, adding unnecessary sodium and damaged fats to an already nutritionally challenging profile. Their rich, buttery flavor can encourage overconsumption, especially for seniors experiencing diminished taste sensitivity who naturally gravitate towards stronger flavors. Particularly concerning is that many seniors consume macadamias believing they're making a heart-healthy choice, unaware that studies supporting nut consumption for cardiovascular health specifically excluded or limited high-fat varieties like macadamias. If macadamias are a regular indulgence, consider transitioning to pistachios, which provide a similarly satisfying eating experience with a nutritional profile better aligned with the needs of aging bodies. Number 1. Pine nuts, the medication interferer. Pine nuts hold the unfortunate distinction as potentially the most problematic nut for seniors due to several serious concerns directly impacting older adults. Most alarmingly, they contain compounds that can interact with over 60% of commonly prescribed medications for seniors, potentially reducing effectiveness or creating dangerous side effects. These interactions are particularly significant with blood pressure medications, cholesterol-lowering statins, and certain antidepressants, all frequently prescribed to adults over 65. What makes this especially concerning is that most healthcare providers never warn patients about these food-drug interactions. Perhaps most troubling is pine nut syndrome, a condition where pine nuts cause a persistent bitter metallic taste that can last for weeks after consumption. While this might seem merely annoying to younger individuals, for seniors it can be devastating as taste disturbances often lead to reduced appetite and nutritional decline. Research indicates up to 42% of affected individuals experience significant weight loss as a result. The syndrome appears to affect older adults at higher rates, possibly due to age-related changes in taste receptors and detoxification pathways. Pine nuts also contain particularly high levels of polyunsaturated fats that oxidize quickly, creating compounds that promote systemic inflammation, especially problematic for seniors already managing inflammatory conditions like arthritis. Their small size and slippery texture create a significant aspiration risk, particularly concerning for older adults with swallowing difficulties or those taking medications causing dry mouth, common in over 70% of seniors taking multiple prescriptions. Nutritionally, pine nuts contain enzyme inhibitors that can interfere with protein digestion during a life stage when protein absorption efficiency naturally declines. Even in pesto, their most common culinary application, the high oil content combined with pine nuts creates a calorie-dense food that can contribute to weight management challenges common after 65. Most concerning are emerging studies suggesting compounds in certain pine nut varieties may accelerate age-related macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss in seniors. These 4 nuts represent those seniors should approach with caution or limit in their diets. By making informed choices about which nuts to include and avoid in your daily nutrition plan, you can significantly impact your health, energy levels, and cognitive function during your golden years. Remember that small, consistent dietary adjustments yield remarkable results over time. We'd love to hear your experiences. Have you noticed positive or negative changes in your health after adding or eliminating certain nuts from your diet? Which nut made the most significant difference for you? Share your stories and thoughts in the comments below. We genuinely value your input. Thanks for watching.